Imagine a village where men have no power, where women make the rules, where no husband, no father, and no son controls a woman's destiny. Sounds impossible, right? But deep in Kenya, such a place exists. It's called Umoja, an all-women village where men are strictly forbidden. Why? Because the women who built this place fled from pain, oppression, and betrayal. And now they have created a world where only women decide their fate. But how did this unheard-of society come to be? What secrets lie behind their walls? And why do men fear this village? Stay with me till the end, because this story will shock you, inspire you, and challenge everything you thought you knew about African culture. Before we dive in, if you love discovering hidden African histories, powerful untold stories, and rich cultural mysteries, make sure to subscribe to at Echoes Africa Stories. We bring you the most fascinating African stories that the world has never seen before. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because the next story might just change the way you see the world. Now, let's begin. To understand Umoja, we must go back in time to a past filled with suffering. Decades ago, in the semi-arid lands of Samburu County, women lived under strict male rule. Many were child brides, forced into marriage at ages as young as 12. Others were victims of abuse, forbidden from speaking out. But the worst of it all, a horrifying reality no one dared to challenge. Many of these women were survivors of sexual violence by British soldiers stationed in Kenya. The men responsible left without consequences, and the women? They were blamed and shunned by their own communities. Some were even cast out of their homes, left to fend for themselves in a brutal, male-dominated world. But one woman had enough. Her name was Rebecca Lolosoli. Rebecca Lolosoli was not just another victim, she was a warrior. She saw the suffering of her fellow women and decided to take action. In 1990, she gathered a group of outcast women and did the unthinkable. They built their own village, a place where no man was allowed. They called it Umoja, which means unity in Swahili. Umoja became a sanctuary, a place of healing, independence, and self-rule. The women created their own economy, selling traditional Samburu beadwork to tourists and using the money to feed their children. They educated their daughters, something that was once forbidden. And most importantly, they made sure no man could ever hurt them again. But not everyone was happy about this bold move. The men of the nearby villages were furious. They saw Umoja as a threat to their authority. They called the women rebels, troublemakers, even witches. Some men even tried to attack Umoja at night, hoping to break the women's spirit. But these women? They stood their ground. To this day, men are strictly forbidden from living in Umoja. They can visit as tourists, but they must leave before nightfall. This is the law of the women. This is their revenge against years of suffering. Today, Umoja stands as a symbol of female resilience. Women from all over Kenya seek refuge here, escaping forced marriages, domestic violence, and outdated traditions. The village now thrives with schools, farms, and businesses, all run by women. These brave souls have proven that a society without male dominance can not only survive, but thrive. Umoja is more than just a village. It is a statement, a revolution, a reminder that when women stand together, they can create their own destiny. But what do you think? Can a women-only society truly exist forever? Or will the old traditions eventually return? Let's talk in the comments. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to like this video, share it, and subscribe to at Echoes Africa Stories for more breathtaking tales from the heart of Africa. We bring you real history, powerful legends, and hidden cultures you won't find anywhere else. Hit that notification bell because the next story might just change the way you see the world.